nice to see you. Nice to meet you. I'm glad you could come sit with us.
Thank you so much.
Personal question here, sir. It's tough. My son received a traumatic brain injury, wound in Afghanistan, and suffers from severe post-traumatic stress disorder and traumatic brain injury. The government has repeatedly denied services because his wounds aren't visible. He will never be able to return to the regular workforce. This week, President Obama's administration again cut his benefits. Sir, will you look me in the eye and tell me he'll be taken care of?
David, my heart breaks for you and your family. It's just hard to imagine what it could be like. I have 5 boys, as you know. Having one of them injured that way, having one having his life taken, it's something you can only imagine. You can't know unless you've really experienced it as you have. And I want you to know how much I appreciate your son's sacrifice for our country, and I appreciate your sacrifice, your family's sacrifice for our country. To those who put everything on the line, we owe everything they need. And I can tell you, if I'm president of the United States, I'll not be raising co-pays on soldiers that are wounded, on men and women who serve this country. And I will do everything in my power to help your son and men and boys and women and girls like him. We have such a great debt of gratitude to these individuals. And I can't tell you enough how much I'm moved by your experience and what debt I believe this country owes to your son and to others like him. And we'll stay in touch, David. I want to make sure that he gets the kind of care he needs and that he has a bright and rewarding life. You know, sir, and I thank you so much for that, but it's his brothers. That's his concern. You know, the VA today is a nightmare. Just a nightmare to deal through, to try and get any service out of. You know, TBI victims when they come home, they wait 6 months for their first check. Again, please, sir. Yeah. Please. Yeah, I understand that the benefit recovery period, the time it takes to get benefits paid, has been lengthened dramatically under this administration. And I've got a son who works in healthcare. He's a doctor. He's in residency. And he works at the VA hospital sometimes as part of his training. Then he works in regular hospitals. And he says, you know, Dad, the VA hospital isn't getting, you know, the same level of care and attention that sometimes exists in the private hospitals, in the public hospitals.